There are many projects that link AIIB and the Belt and Road Initiative. When looking at funding for Belt and Road infrastructure projects, which sectoral or geographical areas are you seeing opportunity for growth?
Well, the AIIB and the Belt and Road Initiative are different things. The AIIB is a multilateral institution. We operate in many member countries around Asia. And when we're looking at projects, we see opportunities in many sectors and countries. Right now, transport projects and energy projects are probably the two biggest sectors. Our priorities are projects that support connectivity, enhancing trade and connections between countries, projects that are sustainable, sustainable infrastructure that helps countries to manage the transition to a lower carbon economy. They're very important for the AIIB. And lastly, mobilizing more private sector capital to ensure that there's a greater flow of investment into infrastructure in the region more generally. Those are the main priorities that we look at when we're choosing which projects to finance.
There have been many collaborations in co-financing projects with other international financial institutions, including the World Bank and Asia Development Bank, as well as plans for partnerships with the private sector. What is AIIB's strategy for mobilizing private capital, and how can Hong Kong play a part in this?
Well, you're right that partnerships are absolutely the heart of the way that the AIIB is going about its business. We've built very strong and successful partnerships with other like-minded multilateral institutions like the World Bank or the Asian Development Bank, the EBRD, the European Investment Bank, and many others besides. And on private sector capital, we are working in a number of different ways, financing private sector projects, getting involved with funds. We've just recently launched a ESG bond initiative where we're putting $500 million into purchasing securities from infrastructure companies that have a high ESG rating. As we develop the private sector side of our business, then there are many opportunities to work here in Hong Kong, among many other centres, because here in Hong Kong you have such a strong ecosystem of financial and business and legal and other services, and so working on projects with companies here has been and will continue to be an important part of how the AIIB develops its business in the years to come.